As the world moves to higher capacity requirements in the access network, network operators need to solve the problem of dealing with the sheer number of endpoints while at the same time de-skilling the workforce so that they can cope. Infinera has been dealing with this problem and has made a major breakthrough. I'm talking today to Geoff Bennett, the company's Director of Solutions and Technology. Geoff, tell us why this is so significant.
Well, from time to time you have architectural changes across the industry that really dictate massive changes in bandwidth demands. A couple of examples would be in the cable industry with the move to remote PHY. We've also got 5G networks now in mobile with a massive increase in bandwidth out to the cell tower. So if you're going to deliver that kind of bandwidth to that number of endpoints, you need a technique that's very, very automatic. You can de-skill the workforce, you can rely on much less experienced engineers. That's the basic problem.
Now we're sitting in the magnificent Infinera demonstration vehicle here. Just show us an example of what you're talking about.
Well, what we have here is a demonstration that really simulates a central office location that's connected out to one of these remote endpoints. So that could be within a cable network, it could be within a mobile infrastructure. So what we have is a simple example of an automatic tuning of that 10 gig wavelength, and it's the first time really that that's been possible over these kinds of distances. So we're talking up to perhaps 80 kilometers in this particular example. So what we have is the example of a screen here. This is an existing service that somebody's already enjoying. Of course, what they want is for that not to be interrupted while some other installation's going on. This service hasn't been installed yet. You see the screen has frozen. And so what I'm going to do is simply plug in this connection here. That's connected in. And we're going to see a scanning process across. This is an optical spectrum analyzer. It's looking at the light that's coming out of the device that I've just installed. You can see that the channel is popped up there, and it will scan across the wavelengths looking for the correct wavelength.
And this is what an engineer would do out in the field?
Yeah, ideally you want the engineer to have the minimum amount of information in order to complete that installation. All they need is connected into port number 3, and the rest of it should be automatic. So I step back now, you can see that the new video is running, the second service is running. It hasn't interrupted the first service, so both customers are now very happy.
And that's a real example of how simple we can make this for engineers, right across the world basically.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Thank you, Brian.